Hi, good people, and welcome to yet another episode of Life Codes 254. And we are in the house. I'm your host. My name is Annette White, and I am joined, as usual, by
Harry Rito.
And Harry. Today we have a guest.
Yes.
Yet again.
Yes.
Maybe
she introduces herself.
Okay. My name is Wanyaka.
Yes.
Yetuko.
Yes.
And I'm a PR consultant. The name of my company is Guhuza.
Guhuza.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
What does
very,
Guhuza
very
mean?
African, yeah.
I love it. What does Guhuza mean?
It means to connect. It's a Kenya Rwanda word. To connect. Because that's what we seek to do. We seek to connect people, to connect brands, to build relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, guys, stay tuned. We have a lot. Today we are talking about PR and all things PR. So, stay tuned. So, karibu sana, Life Codes 254, and we have a lot packed for you guys. We are bringing you guys information, we are bringing you guys things you can learn from, and I hope you can pay us.
Yes.
Even if it's in kind, by the way.
Kwa hii namba inapita hapa chini.
Sijui tuweke M-Pesa. click. But yeah, we're happy to be on set.
Yes.
Karibu sana, Wanyaka, and let's delve into PR.
Yeah.
In the 254.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you do not know what PR is, please sit down, chill, take a cup of coffee, or whatever it is that you use.
Yes.
Usisonge hapo.
Yes.
We got you.
Good. And so, in the 254, I realized that there's a lot of a focus that is placed on people discovering who they are as a people, being self-aware. And when you're self-aware, you're able to build your brand. You're able to become your own person. And as soon as you have built your brand and you have become whatever, you have identified that thing that makes you tick, then the next logical thing is to have a sort of public relations strategy that will now project you now to the society that you interact with. And how you project yourself to the society is definitely why Wanyaka is here today, to help us better package ourselves. And so Wanyaka, really, what is public relations?
Public relations is how you relate to the publics. Yes, I say publics, not public.
Why?
It is not a grammatical error, because in PR we call them publics. And publics in this case is pretty much everyone you interact with as a corporate, as an individual. It could be media, it could be your employees, it could be the government, it could be your investors. It's pretty much all your stakeholders, and being able to manage those relationships, build those relationships. And also there's an aspect that you just talked about, because most people think PR is just about stuff that's happening out there, and yes, that's very correct. But there's also what you're doing within that's not always in the public eye, right? So there's image, building your image, a positive image for the public, and that's usually done through media, digital PR, that sort of thing.
And so basically, because the narrative is PR, when you're told, now something has happened, kimeumana, it has eaten each other. And that's when now you need to manage, and start now doing some PR, So tell us, like, is PR just there to when
damage control?
Yes, when it's all blazing, that's when now you come to just put like a nice front on it, and or how do you start building it so that you don't get to that point where it's all now blazing?
Well, that's an aspect of PR, because PR is different things, right? But what you're talking about is crisis management, crisis communications. Now, are PR people called in when the forest is burning? Yes. But there's different levels of a burning forest. It can be like a tiny flame. You put it out before it becomes a big deal, right? It can be a fire, but it's not raging. It can't be controlled. Then, of course, now there's the huge fire.
Yes.
Where you probably have to get choppers. Do we do that in Kenya? I doubt it. But yeah, you see?
We actually
growing.
Growing.
Oh, we're growing.
Yes.
No shit to Kenya. Oh my gosh, I love my country. But yeah, that's where we are at. So when it comes to PR, there's that, what you've talked about. But just like I've said, there's many other things. Now, usually what we do as PR professionals, actually some of those crisis communication strategies are drafted way earlier.
Yes.
Especially for people like airlines where it will happen. I've done some work for some airlines and some of that stuff is drafted way earlier. Of course, it's usually a framework, a skeleton. How would you respond if this happens? Or if this, different scenarios. So yes, that is part of our function. Sometimes it's not always on paper because you cannot always know what the crisis will be.
Gonna be.
So sometimes you just have to like assemble a team there and then, to begin to figure out the crisis. But I know this is going to sound really weird, but being in the heat of the moment sometimes is fun when you have to think quickly on your feet, come out shining. It can be fun, but of course no crisis is interesting. No crisis is fun. But it's part of our job. We're also here to clean up the mess.
I'm telling you. And so what is you as a profession? Most people group PR together with marketing. I don't know, for one way or another they kind of go together. But what exactly is the difference between PR and marketing?
Okay, PR and marketing are related. PR and marketing go hand in hand. But PR and marketing are also different. To not get too technical, let's say PR is earned and marketing is paid.
PR is earned.
Yes.
Marketing is paid.
Yes. So that's just a simple explanation. But now let me delve a little deeper into what I'm trying to say. So PR is more about, like, for example, when it comes to media coverage, for example, right? We're not buying space to shout about your brand, for example. Now that's marketing. PR is more about relationships. It's more about using the media to probably influence something, right? But there's many ways, like I've said, that PR works. Like, for example, if you're dealing with government relations, right? You want to be able to work with government in a certain way. A PR consultant can come there. You want to be able to work with your investors or influence your investors and investors in a certain way. A PR consultant can be there, right? So that's the difference. One is earned, one is paid. If you're paying for it, it's marketing.
Great. So
I'm trying not to get too technical, right?
No, get as technical as you want.
Really? Are you sure?
Because we have different cadres of audience, all in different levels. And
a billboard is marketing. Right?
Because
that's advertising, right? A news story or a news piece or a feature piece is PR.
Great.
It's a story.
Yes.
We are trying to control a narrative.
And so actually it makes me remember a TED talk that I was just listening to, and it was actually delving into a story of a coach in the United States who was a really, really decent basketball coach. He'd get all the accolades, he'd get his team firing, getting great points like for the season. He'd win different medals for or guide his team towards winning a lot of medals. So in terms of his professional space, he was doing really well. But now off his element, he'd find himself in very many bouts of negative public relations because he had outbursts, he had different weaknesses in terms of branding himself. And so he ended up getting into problems with the law, getting into problems with different people, getting into problems with the board in the school, and this really affected him as a person. And so he decides, let me hire this young budding PR consultant who helped panel beat him and brand him starting, of course, with painting his good picture. Like, yes, we know this coach as a really decent coach. We also know him in terms of these outbursts. And because a lot of focus and a lot of the media and the society in general usually focuses on the negative. And so if you do not have a machinery behind you that is actually shouting about the positives, then the negatives will outdo the positives. And it is when now he hired this PR consultant that the PR consultant now could curate the stories that would go out about the coach. They'd have like a My Day With You session covering the coach's working space from morning till evening. How do you do this? How do you handle your day? And when this happened, and it was on print media, it was on video coverages, and people got to know this person wholesomely. It really changed his image, and not only that, it helps the team. And so it begs a question. You mentioned that there are different stages of public relations. You can come at the end when the fire is already raging and the forest is almost coming down. Or you can start on as early as possible. Have that PR consultant or have a PR strategy that best panel beats you from the word go, so that you don't have to fight fires way at the end. And so what are these other what are the stages that or what are the prescribed stages that one could actually engage PR in the entire life cycle of them as an individual, them as a brand, them as an enterprise, or even them as a corporate?
Well, you've brought up lots of aspects, so maybe let me start with the individual. PR for individuals, or what I think you're describing, which is crisis management, or trying to come against negative publicity. Well, that's what you described, which is put out the positives more than the negatives. But I'll be very honest. If I was your PR consultant, or that coach's PR consultant, I'll do the work, I'll put him on, I don't know, all the top media stations to try and clean up his image. I would probably, have him go on all the digital platforms that there are. But I'll also have a talk with him and tell him, dude, you need to stop.
Tone down
your bad habits. Stop being a very explosive human. Because this is the thing, is PR will clean up your image. But PR can't also, if you're going to tackle the issue, start with the root cause. Right? Someone I know likes to say root cause. Probably a therapist. Anyway, let me keep going. Tackle the root cause, right? Tackle the root cause of the issue. And the root cause in this case is tone down your bad habits. Really, that's what it is,
So that you don't have constant reoccurrence.
So that you, I mean, of course, that will mean I have less work and probably less pay. But really, that's how it needs to be handled. And it's the same message for corporates as well, right? Because, I mean, it's one thing to cover up stuff, right? But your best bet is to stop it from happening, right? So nobody ever wishes for a crisis or negative publicity. It's a nightmare for us professionals when it happens. And yes, we do prepare for it because it's important to prepare for it. In fact, if, for example, I'm to take on a corporate, now I'm coming to what you've asked, because you asked several things. So now, if I'm to take on a corporate, for example, one of the things that I would do is draft everything else. I'll do a PR plan for them. I'll probably do a deep dive to understand what it is they want, what their needs are, of course, before the PR plan. But I'll also do a crisis communications plan for them. And that's just imagining the different scenarios that would occur, for example, and how to respond, and who responds, and are they trained, for example, to respond, in terms of media. What's a corporate's policy when it comes to who speaks? When a crisis happens, How do you escalate it, And now this crisis is not just like something that plays out in the traditional media space. Even the digital and social media space can cause a crisis. One negative comment can blow up and become one huge crisis.
We've seen many.
You've seen it, right? Yeah.